You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Spiritual Insight Show with Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I am very happy and pleased, blessed to be back in our sacred circle this evening with each and every one of you. And whether I'm watching this show live or you watch it later on in archives, please know that a sacred space has been reserved for you. So thank you, each and every one of you, for joining in. And hello, Maureen. Hello, dear. Thank you so much for sitting in our sacred circle this evening. Yay, for joining us. Hello, Sarah and Anthony and Austin. Oh, much love to you three. Hello, Chris. Yes, Chris, it was very, very warm here. So let's see. It was in the, let me say, it was in the 90s, but with humidity. And this is Fahrenheit. So for the Canadians, it's like 35 degrees Celsius plus. So, but I do believe you got some hot weather too, though, right, Chris? Hello, Julia. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, wait, I think I see Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Oh, letting everyone come in and sit in sacred circle. And thank you, everyone. So when I get started with information and then channeling and then answering questions, I sometimes forget to make sure that I let everyone know my website, because even though there's a lot of regulars sitting in our sacred circle for our weekly sacred healing and sharing or our healing share, there are some of you who may be watching who are new to the show, and so I would like to give you my website. It is whitesagewoman.com, and it's for those of you listening live on Spreaker and on radio. All right, I'm saying White Sage, SAGE woman.com, whitesagewoman.com. And you can message me through my website. It's the best way to contact me. Or you can, if you're watching on Facebook, then of course you can contact me through Facebook as well. So let's see. Today was nice, but this week's going to be about 90. Yes. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for doing the conversion. Yes. So it was it's like we had a bunch of rain Friday, and then it brought this weather in, and then we're supposed to have like a bunch of rain again the next couple of days and take it away. So it's like the rain brought it in, the rain will take it away. No, I know as it moves on, and there's just such extreme weather everywhere. Hey, as we are shifting and changing, so is Mother Earth or Lady Gaia. So, and I say Lady Gaia, that's a lot. That's for who she is a being. All right, we know as Mother Earth, but Lady Gaia is an entity. She's a living being. And for those who's never been on this earth plane, and those in the cosmos and the upper vibrations know her as a Lady Gaia. Those of us who are right here, right now on this earth plane, and who have had multiple past lives here on earth, call her Mother Earth, because we love the earth. And don't be confused, nature is a part of Mother Earth. It's not Mother Earth. Nature, there's all sorts of nature beings, all right, and elementals, all right. Anyway, just wanted to make that clear. I think someone had asked me that today, and I was like, oh, well, this is the difference, this is distinction, and this is why. But so I always just like to say, Mother Earth / Lady Gaia, however she, you send love to a person, place, situation. It's all living beings, and it receives it. usually those that are really open to receive, and absolutely Mother Earth and Lady Gaia is open to receive. She's put out a lot of love. It's time that, we return that favor, don't you think? So how many people would you let live in your house or on your property? Let me just say it this way, even though we don't own anything, I'm trying to give you this visualization that, you let them live on your property, they trash the place, they no respect whatsoever, it kind of leave a sore spot, wouldn't it? But unconditional love, to let us stay anyway. So, wow. Anyway, so thank you, everyone. And I know I didn't have a show last week. Because let's see, last weekend was such a busy weekend. But the reason for not having a show on last Sunday was that it's our 29th wedding anniversary, my husband and I. It's like the start of our 11-day celebration. We have 11 days to celebrate our wedding anniversary because we have 2 wedding dates. The first one is the 14th. That was the for show one. That was the one that was, where family flew in and attended. We were in Virginia Beach at the time, and my husband's family from New York flew in, and we had friends from all over, and it was just, so there was, and we were gonna change it, but everything was all set. Travel plans and everything was for the 14th. The reason why we had to have 2, and I can tell the story now, was because I was married prior to that, and the divorce papers weren't even, I was led to believe the divorce papers were signed, but they were stuck, and they were signed, they were stuck at the lawyer's office is what it was. So we didn't even have the divorce papers or anything. And so it was like, all right, well, what do we do? Do we just delay it? We're like, no, let's just have this one here. And then once we get the papers in hand, then we'll go back and we'll just get a justice of peace. And okay. So, it was it was fun. It was very informal. Our wedding with the family coming in, we did rent, it was called a wedding chapel, which is no longer there in Virginia Beach, but it's really cool because it had different types of layouts for, one room would be for the Christian ceremonies, the next room for, kind of looked like a little synagogue maybe, but they had all different denominations there of ministers and priests and anyone who could officially wed you, and so it was really neat. It made it look like it was very formal, but that part did look formal. We all dressed nice, but we lived at the beach at that time, and so then it was let's go back to the apartment, and it was a huge, between neighbors and friends and family, and it was just a huge celebration. And so then it's summer, so here we are. We have our wedding bands on, and then we go to the Justice of Peace 11 days later, take our wedding bands off. We already got the tan lines. We laughed and had a good time, and that was the best part. So anyway, that's why we have that big celebration for the 11 days. We didn't say a darn thing to anybody for the longest time. We didn't want to say anything, right? And now we can talk about it because it's kind of funny. So, but then it might have been a sore spot so we were just like, let's just not say anything. But to us, we privately celebrated from the 14th to the 25th. Right. And so it was great. Hold on just one moment. Teresa can't find the show. Let's see. Hold on, let me see. It is on the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page. Let me find that link for her real quick. Sorry. So I do believe that you can Is there a little bell? I think if you hover over the video, that where you can subscribe to notifications for this, I do believe you can subscribe to notifications or on Facebook. I know you can on YouTube, but I was led to understand that you could, if you hit click for more and made it bigger, then that you could definitely find or subscribe to the show. Here's the link. I was looking for the link for her. All right, Teresa, hold on. So there we go. Okay, there it is. Now she can find the show. Okay, so back to this. It's okay. It's fine. It's good that you had to do it twice. It was a lot of fun, and we didn't realize, they were like, okay, so what day do we celebrate? And we're like, let's just have 11-day celebrations. That's what we did. Because both the dates meant a lot to us. So hello, Robin. Thank you for joining. All right. So it was a very busy weekend last weekend. There she is, Teresa. Yay! Again, I was saying, for those of you, I do believe there is a get notifications or subscribe or something for when these shows go live. I'll have to check it out after the show, all right, just to make sure that you can do that. But anyway, all right, so that you can find the show in the future so much easier. Again, we're streaming, for those who are listening on live radio and maybe are watching in the archives, we're streaming live through the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page, and that's Goldylocks with a Y, Goldylocks Productions. All right, so there she is. Yay, glad she made it. So last week it was a very busy weekend, We had, I'm glad you made it, Robin. No. So it was like, have you ever had those weekends where it's just like one thing after another, a week or a weekend? And it's a busy work week for us. And then Friday was really crazy busy. And then Friday night we went an hour away. We had a huge, most of you know that I am a holistic health practitioner. I am involved with mind, body, and soul, all types of healing modalities, and also, like vitamins, supplements, and anything like that can help you as well to take care of your body, as well as offer the mind and soul type of healing. All right. So I belong to CTFO, which is a huge CBD hemp oil company, and they have so many more products than just the CBD hemp oil. And so they had we went to the annual gala last fall. So they had to actually get together in Hartford, in Connecticut, and we didn't want to miss it while they're in the same state. So we went. It was good to see friends and everything. And then Saturday was just part of the huge weekend celebration with their anniversary. There is a big local event around here with fireworks that are shot off. It's called the Thames River here in Connecticut. It separates two cities, New London and Groton, and we live in Groton. So the barge with the fireworks is on the Thames River. So, both cities have fun with this fireworks going off. There'll be like DJs there, and they have it synchronized to music. It's like really cool. And you hear the MC when he's opening up, and just is like, okay, New London side, are you ready? And everyone screams on the New London side. All right, Groton, are you ready? And everyone screams the Groton side. Well, the fort where you view these fireworks is just a block away. So it is like pedestrian city here, starting at noon for people that camp out all day. And then they do lock our neighborhood down. So anyway, it's like our annual, we call it a block party for the neighbors, because we all come out and talk to each other. We take that time, and then people watch and everything. And of course, the fireworks, and then our anniversary the next day. And then it was like, come Monday, it was like, oh my goodness. So it was just one of those weekends, but it was really, really nice. So Thank you, Julia. Here's the instructions, people. So at the top of the chat box, click follow and make sure the bell says get notifications. That's on Facebook, on the Facebook page. Thank you so much, Julia. Thank you. I'm grateful. I knew that you could do that. I just wasn't sure how. So thank you, Julia, for those instructions. So there you go. That helps everyone. Make sure that you are getting the notifications. All right. So yay. It's always good to make sure, whether you're watching this on a computer or a laptop, if you watch it from your phone and your phone doesn't upgrade, sometimes it knocks off everything you've had signed up beforehand. I did that with, my smartphone's not being so very smart and upgrade. And I wish I didn't hit the upgrade, okay. And then it changes everything on you and you got to figure out all the new updates. And it's like, really? Anyway. So I know, Chris, right? It's funny how everything happens the same weekend. Exactly. But we did it. So, thank you, Julia. Yeah, see, thank you so much. That's great instructions. All right. So, woo. So coming off of that weekend and everything was just, all right. So and it's interesting how everything all came together and woven, because I was even thinking about, do we take some things off to make it easier? But it was no, let's go with it. All right. So, and I'm going to lead into something here in a little bit. We'll go back to Friday night in a few minutes. But what I wanted guided to discuss or to share actually with each and every one of you, what I've been getting been journaling a lot the last week. We are aware that the moon affects us, right? The sun does too, as well. When you go outside, does the sunlight feel different? Have you noticed how it feels different? So, many of you may not be aware of this. Helios is our great central sun. And that's in the higher dimensions. It's not like a physical sun like our sun in the solar system. All right. So Helios, our great central sun, which is what the Egyptians refer to as the sun, was Helios. So Helios used to stream through our solar system sun, the sun that we see in the sky and that we feel. So it would give us everything we needed fused through or filtered through our solar system sun, to not only the Earth, but to all living beings on our 3D solar system. Well, now Helios streams directly to us. No filter from the sun anymore. It's directly to all living beings. All right. So this is evident and further validates that we are ascending, and we have ascended from the 3D. There's many who are stuck in 3D. A lot of us are already in 4D, and then we keep on ascending. All right. And yes, Sarah, I've noticed too, it is very much more intense. The sun is, because you feel like you're getting a double whammy. I mean, I go outside to work in the garden, or if I even just water the plants, I'm out there for a half hour, an hour, and I look like I was outside. I've got a tan, a little bit of redness, and then I tan after I don't really burn. It's like it's red and then it tans. I know it's crazy with my skin tone. I must have, there's a Native American in the family, my great grandfather, and I must have some of that pigmentation. My grandmother was like that too. You could tell she, looks very English until she went in the sun, and then you notice her cheekbones, and because that was her dad. And then she would get dark, easy. But it was just, yeah. Oops. I still have that comment up there from Sarah. Okay, let me hit this. Brighter, more white, not as yellow. Yes. That too was, I've never used to have to really wear sunglasses, believe it or not, other than a fashion statement. Don't I look cool? You don't want people to look in your eyes. Try to protect yourself from the energy vampires. No, don't look at me. No, not today. But anyway, So I like to, when I go outside though and work in the yard, I don't wear my sunglasses, but I have had to grab my little clip-on sunshades to the glasses lately because it is bright to where it's like, oh my gosh, you're blinded by the light here. I can't even really focus or see. It's so intense. So it's, but know this is important to make sure that you get out to in that morning sun. All right. This is, and you don't have to be in it very long at all. Even if it's just 5 minutes, get out there before the hottest part of the day where you can really receive. This is the heightened time of Helios's upgrades and downloads is from sunrise till about noontime or 1 o'clock. All right. And that's the time to get out there. All right. Let's see, Sarah. It usually takes me a while to warm up inside, but this year only takes minutes before I feel soft. Yes, exactly. And you have to make sure you stay hydrated. Seems there is more glare. Yes, Chris, you noticed that too, right? Okay, let's see. I couldn't get enough of the sun this weekend. I usually never go out, but this weekend I did by the pool. Well, Maureen, okay, you work the night shift, right? Most people who work night shift I find that they do that. They will sit outside when they can in the sun, and it's kind of like they're catching up. And that's, you needed it, Maureen. You really needed to, I would say, catch up on your downloads, your uploads, your whatever's going on. So I'm glad you did that because you really needed it. Okay. So that's really interesting, right? So we are receiving powerful downloads and uploads and upgrades from not only the moon, but from Helios as well. And it's directly. All right. So the last full moon and partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn. Woo! How did everybody do with that? Okay. I was pumped. I was excited. I thought, woohoo! My sun sign is in Capricorn. And with the moon in Capricorn, this is going to be awesome. Wow. Was I wrong? So it was a double whammy of Capricorn. And anyone who knows the Capricorn, they're very strong-willed, maybe stubborn, overdrives the workaholic. All right, the mind always goes. So it was a double whammy for me. And my mind, I found, was spinning into overdrive. It really, really was. There you go, Maureen. Didn't have to take your vitamin D this weekend. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There is this great, and I will make sure I get his information and I will talk about it more on another show. I want to make sure I get his name. He was on the, what were we talking about? He was on the, I sit in so many health summits. It's not even funny. It's the, oh my goodness, the EMF. It was specifically called EMF Health Summit. He's a doctor. He was a heart doctor, and he worked night shift, Maureen. You may find this interesting. He worked night shift too for years. I guess the schooling, the training, whatever. He was working nights, and he started developing knee problems. Started developing sorts of problems, and he never really understood. Even as a doctor, people couldn't find what he was talking about. And I love the term. He said that people think you're hypochondriac. He goes, we're not hypochondriacs. He goes, we're, oh gosh, come on. I had it on the tip of my tongue. We're mitochondriacs is what we are. And that's kind of his thing now is mitochondriacs. We're mitochondriacs, which means that we miss nutrients other than vitamin D. We miss our DNA's daily dose of what it needs from the sun in the morning. And he's the one that says from the sun up to like noontime, don't wear as much clothes. I mean, you know, you don't want to get arrested. So you can't be naked unless it's a private property. But he's like, less clothes in that early morning sun. When afternoon time, and as the sun gets more intense and goes down, that's when you start putting the clothes on. And especially you're going to go out at nighttime in front of all this artificial light and LEDs and exposed to all of this. You need to have more clothes on at nighttime, believe it or not. If you're inside, you know, where there's a lot of EMFs, okay? Like now I know a lot of us like to do full moon ceremony or go outside by the fire with the full moon. That's different, all right? But so I thought it was really cool when I get more information on that and do a little, I'll share some of his information there. It was really, really good. But you know what Marnie said when he sat in the morning sun, his knee pain and a lot of things went away. So it's being on the night shift, you miss out on those nutrients that's naturally provided from the sun, from the moon, from the earth, right? And so there you go. Okay. Oh my goodness. So yes, so it was very, very powerful and intense with this the passing full moon, which I think lingered, and we've all kind of felt it the beginning of the week still. So, that's why I went to journaling, because I felt my mind overdriving, and I've worked so hard to get my mind out of the control spot and into the command spot. But sometimes it just happens. And so and what spun it? I had to ask myself the questions other than the alignment. And I know we're releasing. So what am I releasing? What happened? Well, this is what happened, and I didn't realize till come Tuesday what I was thinking and what I was doing. So Friday night, when you are around like and CTFO, I will tell you, it means changing the future outcome. It is an MLM company. I've been involved with direct sales and MLM since the 90s. And this is the first, well, we went to the first gala in the fall. So this is our second event with this company, and it's the same. It's just surrounded by love. The owners are great. They have the best. I can go on and on and on. Compensation plan. Everyone makes money. The owners make money like everyone else does. They don't get paid more. I mean, it is just unbelievable. The products, the support. There's no competition, and every time we go to these things, we enjoy it. It's pumped up. You're surrounded by love. Everyone comes up and just starts talking to you, and hey, and there's so much excitement, and it's genuine. It's real. It's real. And you know it, you feel it. All right. And so it was just like, oh, it was so great to see people we hadn't seen since last fall. Right. And so it was like a family reunion is what it felt like to me. A family reunion. So we were having a great time. We met people who came down from Canada. We met people from all over who flew in from the West Coast. I think there was somebody from Panama who came in from Panama. But anyway, I don't want it just to be all about that. The thing is that it can throw you off when you get together with a group of successful people like that. Our minds start to compare and measure our success with that of others that are successful. Now, I didn't notice this Friday night or the weekend because the weekend was so busy. But come Monday or Tuesday, I felt this drive of, all right, I need to do more. I need to do this. I need to do the do list, you know, And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Now I want to ask each and every one of you, what does success mean to you? You can answer in the comments if you want to, or you can ponder this and journal it. Let it be a topic for your journal. What does success mean to you? Does it mean how many clients or customers you have? Does it mean how much money you have or how much money you make? So if you say yes, then you're putting all your abundance and success into the money category. We're so much more than that. Abundance is so much more than that. Right? Exactly what it is. And that was my lesson. That is what it was like. You know what? You're right. And many of us are old souls who've come back. We've been here before money. We've been here before money. We all got along. And so what's that focus? What's that drive? What's that trigger? It's all about healing when we start answering these questions and being honest about these questions. Okay? And so that's good. Let's see, Maureen. So what does success mean? To be true to yourself. I love that. Yes, Maureen. I love that. Exactly. And that's what I came around to. That's what, oh yeah, okay. So Sarah, to me, it means seeing small goals and successes when I complete them without pressure. I also create big goals for the year with no pressure. That's it. No pressure. Applied under pressure, right? Is it real? And this is what we're going to talk about a little bit more and what it was like. Oh, this is okay. This is cool. I understand. I knew this. You know it. But like I said, with all the hyperdrive, supercharged Capricorn workaholic really came to the surface. And so it was having that conversation with yourself that sometimes that feels like that struggle. And it was like, okay, let's bring it back down. But I'm grateful for that did happen. Okay. And here's the thing is that I think many of us who have been here before money and maybe we've never really understood it never settled. Let me say that it never settled right with us. And the whole abundance thing we get, it is so much more than money. Isn't your health? So much. I mean, hey, you're rich. If you have your health, you have everything. Right? You have a roof over your head. You have everything. In this country, there are many people, and we want to take care of our homeless. But outside this country, how many people don't even have a home that's theirs? A roof over their head, much less a car to drive. All right? We have so many things. And it's not to compare like that. It's just when we start counting our blessings, we notice more. All right. Now, for those of us, again, who have been here so many times, and you may wonder, okay, so we've had to learn this to accept, embrace, and truly understand and delve into what abundance is. Is money going to change during this ascension process? And this is a question I ask, is money just going to stop? And they're like, no, it's been created. You don't destroy energy. So whatever man created, all right, is not going to be destroyed. It's always going to be transformed. So money is going to be transformed. Aha, that's interesting. How? I don't know. They didn't give me details on that. We'll find out together. But just that it expands and transforms as well. Okay? So my angelic committee reminded me there is massive releasing taking place for us and not to let the releasing throw us off balance. And this realization came to me Tuesday, or in journaling and writing everything, catching that I was off balance. And I was like, wonderful. And then once I rebalanced myself, and then I did another releasing ceremony, I realized that I was releasing more than just my stuff. I had collected stuff. It's like a magnet from the neighbors, from your community. Now, and I want to say, be very careful. There's when I said collected, only shamans know how to do this type of work. If you're not comfortable with this, if you're not sure how to handle the energy, I do not recommend this for beginners. Let the shamans do this. We know how to collect the energy and release it. Not because when you bring it into your own body and your own aura in your own body, it creates havoc. All right. And so the angels will protect you anyway. They won't let you do something like that unless you're really persistent. So don't do that. Unless you're guided to do that, and they will show you. But I was magnetized. Here we go. I wanted to help heal the community. A flood of it came in, but you keep it off your aura. You feel it collect. I always hold the crystal ball out. And again, I'm not going to go through all the details because I don't want beginners to try this. The shamans know what I'm talking about. The healers who collect and release know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and then it's just releasing the energy. Well, it was the land's energy as well. Anywhere there's history, there's battles that take place. Not even battles. There's someone dying in a home. There could have been a murder on the property. The history of the land is so much longer than we've lived on it, right? So it's everything releasing. All right, Mother Earth is releasing too. To stay and she's going through major rebalancing. All right. So let's do that. And the releasing is helping us to achieve and maintain constant and steady automatic rebalancing. So as soon as we feel balanced, as soon as we start to feel off balance now, right here, right now, guess what? We correct it automatically. For those who are conscious of that, like everyone sitting in the sacred circle is. It is not going to take years to correct anymore, or lifetimes. No, we have ascended beyond that. Okay, we really have. All right. And the old ways are transforming and expanding into new balanced ways of being. It is a return to the golden age, but it is not how it used to be, but in a new, revised, and updated version of the golden age. And we're writing that new history every day because we are in the time period after 2012, after the visionaries of our ancestors couldn't see beyond 2012. So we are beyond prophecy now. And that's what I'm saying. We are just, she feels so energetic. I get so excited when I talk and feel about this. And it's like, the words escape me. It's like, I just get into the happy place. Anyway, all right. So this ascension process can create a lot of static, a lot of noise and distraction as we expand completely out of the third and fourth dimensions. We must remember that a sacred space, a sublime sanctuary lies within us, and it is always there for us to access, right? Really is. So beneath all the craziness of life and of this ascension, there is endless spaciousness energy that reconnects and restores us to something much greater, something that is timeless and outside of time. So whether we want to call this universal, eternity, cosmic, or God, and all the different names of God, it's all the same energy. It's that oneness, the sanctuary of one. And within that sacred sanctuary, sound is felt rather than heard. When we connect within to the oneness, we hear the reverberating heartbeat of the entire cosmos or universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds with the greater universal heartbeat. Oh, Anthony Rodriguez, hello. Oh, Walking Crow, thank you so much. You're a great teacher too. And, I'm talking about sound healing too, that heartbeat sound. Yeah. Whew. So the way of the mind can make mountains out of molehills. We're all shaking our head now, right? Yeah, we're nodding our head in agreement. Yes. The way of the heart is subterranean and moves easily and freely beneath any possible obstacles and divinely shifts the way forward. Those obstacles, by the way, guess who makes those? We do. We create those with our own mind, our thoughts, and what we were programmed to think. So the mind is programmed via 3D, third dimensional energies. Whereas the heart, that sacred heart center chakra and the energy center right in the center of your chest is programmed via the divine cosmic heart in the higher dimensions and vibrations. So the mind sees from our physical eyes, vision, plans, and strategizes. Our mind sees through our physical eyes, plans, and strategizes, right? But the Sacred Heart feels and senses from our third eye, is intuitive, and responds intuitively. When we walk the path of our Sacred Heart, we feel and respond rather than plan our way. I know it's difficult. I know it even sounds difficult, or it sounds good, but then when you try to apply it, it's like, yeah, right. We have all experienced that tug of war between our heart and mind. There's old videos on YouTube under Goldylocks Productions, and then on the playlist of Goldylocks Temple of Healing, I talk about control and command, and that's the same. Your mind is control. Your Sacred Heart Center is command. The command center is right in your Sacred Heart Center. Okay? Many of us know this tug of war. It has created this conflict between the mind and the heart, has created struggle and sometimes deep suffering for people. So living through the Sacred Heart Center is closer to the earth, to Lady Gaia, to Mother Earth, and to the source of life itself. So you're being asked to trust your Sacred Heart and drop into it. And that's what I did when I caught myself, caught the mind, having a temper tantrum, going crazy, had too much sugar, was on the sugar high. No. It was not a sugar high, but I'm just the analogy. So my mind was just acting very undisciplined, and I noticed it, and it's like, stop, drop, stop, and drop. There you go. That's great advice, isn't it? Just can't. Thank you. Stop and drop. Most powerful things you can do. Stop that mind. Just pause it, because it's really impossible to stop. But you can catch what you just thought and stop. Stop. Say stop. And drop right into the heart. The mind is important, but it must not be placed higher than your Sacred Heart Center. The true role of the mind is to serve. Now listen to this. The true role of the mind is to serve the truth of the heart. To serve the truth of the heart. The divine cosmic truths only reside in the sacred sanctuary of the heart. This is the meaning of the third eye, that your mind surrenders to the Sacred Heart. Woo! Let me take some water on that. Woo! All right. It's flowing through me. Woo! All right. So deep within you, you know what to do, and you know what is true. It doesn't matter if the mind agrees with your inner knowing and wisdom. Your willingness to trust your Sacred Heart and to rebel against fear and all of fear's friends. All right? Blaming. When you play the blame game, being a victim, victimization, it's not my fault. It's this, it's that. It's fear and all of fear's friends. Let's rebel against it, and that will serve you well when you rebel against those things that only hurt. Let your Sacred Heart Center, the within, the sacred sanctuary lead you. Be sure of your knowing or faith and trust what you feel. You can feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart, your Sacred Heart Center, rather than trying to be out in front, sorting everything out in advance in order to be what the mind considers safe, right? That's what I mean too by get out of your comfort zone. If your mind's your comfort zone, you got to get out of that. Stop, drop. Excuse me. Whew. So there will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight. Check this out. What's that? When you learn to live without so much foresight, but with more insight. Insight within you. In. You get it? All right? That's the true success or the true secret of manifestation and abundance. Everything you create within you then manifests outside of you. And we've been taught to grab whatever we need, happiness, make things outside of us. But then that leaves the inside empty and it doesn't stick, it doesn't hold, and that foresight doesn't last. As you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight, wisdom and energy in the present moment to create, manifest, and make it so. Your mind will learn to become more trusting and more relaxed. It really will. And then it will even catch itself and put itself in timeout. Okay, I know. I'm going to go to timeout. So stepping into your power means that you are now in a position that is more powerful than ever because you are allowing yourself to be guided by your sacred heart center. A heart that beats in harmony with the heart of all existence, the divine cosmic heart. So what are some sacred... I'm reading some of these comments. Hold on, let me catch up on comments first here. These are great. Sorry. All right, drop back down. Now let me look through my physical eyes so I can read these comments here. When I get in the zone, it's like, woo! All right. Sarah said a stop, drop, and roll. It's stop, drop, and love. Oh, Sarah, I love it. Yes. Stop, drop, and love. That's great, Sarah. Woohoo! Yeah, I love that. Oh, no, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. And you know what? It's let's thank the angels and the all the ascended light beings and masters that come forward. All right. Just thank everyone. All these intergalactic council, high vibrational beings, light beings, the angels. It's everyone that's around. Whew, powerful stuff, isn't it? All right. So some sacred heart expanding activities. Let's go over some of these, and you can add in the comments too if I've missed anything or if we've missed anything. So you can journal, doodle, or color while listening to soft drumming music. Soft drumming. I found on YouTube there's a really, really great, my favorite sounds is the Om, the Om Mani Padme Hum. So I have actual monks chanting. There's a chanting, the Om chanting. And so I play that. And then also I found one with shamanic drumming and the Om chant. And it was like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. That was my happy space. So I play that a lot in the morning time. Like for my blast the downstairs, or I just turn the speakers up, so that all the plants, the sacred space hears it too, right? And just from early morning to like noon time, and unless I'm running a show before noon, but it's a blast of the plants. It's everyone feels that vibration. I'm not going to keep it to myself. I'm sharing it, and you journal to it because it's not distracting. And you find that your journaling becomes more insightful, right? So you can play a drum or participate in a drumming circle. Where's Walking Crow? While drumming is very powerful, you can play any musical instrument. Is also a powerful way to connect to the higher frequencies and cosmic heartbeat. I'm sure many of us can think of musicians, guitar players who reached such a zone, who hit those megahertz where it was profound. It took you there and you're like just in awe. So and most guitars and musicians, it's just not even just guitar players, it can be pianos, it can be composers. They are taken to that dimension where they are connecting with and having the dance with the cosmic heartbeat, and you feel it and you know it. Isn't that powerful? My third eye's itching. Woo! Dancing, dancing, dancing to the cosmic heartbeat, right? So doing any of these activities mentioned already while outside in nature and gardening and just simply holding sacred ceremony outside is a great way to not only connect with nature and Mother Earth, Lady Gaia, but to also connect with the cosmic heart. All right? We must be grateful and have that connection with our Mother Earth, with Lady Gaia, as well as below, so above, as above, so below. The cosmic heart is above. Mother Earth is right here below us, below our feet, right? We're on this earth plane. As above, so below, as above, as within, so without, as without, so within. You see that? Beautiful, beautiful connection, right? All right, now, I want us to do this little exercise, and you can go back to it anytime you want to. You might have to replay it. Normally, I like to say these 3 times, but if I say it slowly and you repeat after me, that will take care of it because we'll have enough people doing this. All right. Now, I don't want to scare my dogs. I got this bell I really, really love. So I do the gong. I do like to play the gong in the morning too before all the Om chanting. So let me see if I can just lightly ding it. I scared my dogs earlier when I did it too loud. It's tuned to open the crown. So you may feel tingling. In your crown as we do this, just to open up, to connect. All 12 chakras are in alignment, open, ready to receive and give. Giving and receiving are complete harmony. The flow is in our harmonious dance. There we go. That dance of the figure 8. It's like our DNA strands do this dance. The Kundalini energies in our body, that masculine and feminine snake going up our spine and around our chakras does this cosmic dance, doesn't it? To the heartbeat. All right. So here we go. I want you to take, if you're listening to this, whether you're driving or you're not in a place to take both hands and put them to your chest, please don't do them now, do it later. Let me just say that. If you cannot do this exercise safely, please hold off and wait. But for right now, for those who can, let's put both of our hands over the center of your chest, whatever feels normal to you or feels comfortable and good for you and natural. Whether you put your left hand first and then your right hand, or your right hand and then your left hand. Whatever feels natural to you. The center of your chest, the sacred heart center. Let's go ahead, put that over there now. Take 3 deep breaths, in and out, of course. And then we're going to say out loud to your sacred heart center. Your body listens, I'm going to tell you. And every part of your body listens to you. All right, so now we're going to say out loud to our sacred heart center. Repeat after me. I love you. I trust you. You are a safe space where wisdom and compassion reside. You beat in harmony with a divine cosmic heart. You are my guiding light. You are my guiding light. A lot of people like that. Or all the lights are just going off left and right. You are my guiding light. You can repeat this 3 times if you would like, however you feel guided to do. And we're going to take 3 more deep breaths. Woo! All right. Make sure you're fully back in your bodies right here, right now. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your fingers, your fingertips, wiggle your feet. Woo! See, come fully back in so you can speak. Oh, I tell you, the energy, whoo, in our sacred circle just went through the roof, just whoosh, and expanded. Ah, that feels great, doesn't it? You feel that? Woo! Does make you just want to kind of like that. Do you hear that? Divine cosmic heartbeat, and you're just going in rhythm with it. Beautiful. Now, I was also guided while I was doing that. I want to share this too. I've talked about this before, this book. The angelic, let me see. Let me get back into The Archangel Guide to Enlightenment and Mastery by Diana Cooper and Tim Wilde. All right. So in this book, there is this profound, I say this every morning too. You've heard about the violet flame. So this is called the lilac, because the violet color turned more into, like, it's got some pink in it. So it's a lilac fire, all right, or flame decree. So we will say this. Many of you may have heard this before if you've tuned in. Many who have the book, maybe you do this or you're familiar with it. Whenever you feel compelled to do so, do so. This helps you. I do find, though, that when we give our mind, when we remind our mind its role, its place, it falls back in very quickly. So whether it's you doing what we just did, that exercise with the Sacred Heart Center, or just recite the decree for the lilac flame of source, that lilac fire. All right. And again, you can say this after me if you want to, or you can just listen and let it vibrate through. I am the lilac fire of source. I am the flame of love. I am the wings of freedom. I am the song of joy. I am the heart of the new golden age. I am ready. Bathe me in your light. Woo! Now I'm on fire. How does that make you feel? Oh, my goodness. It's good stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, all right. So let's just take a moment, see how we all feel. Check in with everybody. Make sure everyone's doing good. Are you back with me? Oh, and it's just perfect timing. What a way to end the show with all of that and the high vibration. Woo! All right. Let me just here you go. All right. Hi, Peggy. How are you, dear? You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining us in Sacred Circle. I'm telling you now, I'm sweating up a storm. I just looked at the book online. There you go. Yes, Sarah, birthday gift. There is such a warmth throughout my body, right? Yeah. Just let it go through. Let it go through. Whoo! and gives me the goosebumps. What was the name of that? Okay, Teresa, I'm going to hold the book up again and take a screenshot. Or if, oh, you're welcome, Maureen. Who's my secretary? Julia. Julia wants to put it in there. She's my admin secretary of Sacred Circle. All right. It's the Archangel Guide to Enlightenment and Mastery by Diana Cooper and Tim Wilde. Okay. I remember both Diana Cooper. I was more familiar with her first because she was out first. I remember her from Atlantis. I remember Tim Wilde from Atlantis. And it's interesting they came together. They're in the UK. But I have one of my first oracle cards. This goes way, way back. Oh, I'm trying to remember when this was copyrighted in the early 90s, I do believe. Yeah, Diana Cooper did the Atlantis cards. And they're nothing like the cards now. I mean, the oracle cards now are just so much different, right? They're so much different. But anyway, the early 90s. So I've been following her for a very long time. There we go. Thank you, Julia. Yay, thank you. Thank you so much. That helps out a lot. Thank you, Julia. All right. Okay, good. You got it. Wonderful, Teresa. Good, good. Now, they have very affordable. I sit in their workshops when they offer them maybe once a month, once every 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks. Very affordable webinar, Zoom workshops, whatever. They're 2 hours long. They both seem to do 2 hours on their webinars. And it's great. It's like sitting in another sacred circle, right? And we have our sacred circle here, and all the sacred circles interlock together, like in the flower of life. And so you sit most definitely in different sacred circles, right? So let's see. Do you have the Shaman Oracle cards? Archangel Animal. I have Archangel Animal cards by her. The Shaman Oracle. I have a lot of Shaman cards. Is that the name of them? I'm looking. I have all my cards on. I have the cards and love them. Is that from Diana Cooper, Julia? The Shaman Oracle cards? Who is that by? I may not have that one. How do I not have that one? Anyway. No, I have the Dragon cards, the Keys to Universal cards, the Keys to Universe, Angels of Light. That's another old one. Actually, I was mistaken. Let me retract what I said before. Diana Cooper, this is her very first one, is Angels of Light, which is older. Angels of Light card, yeah. Which are older than the Atlantis cards. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Because look at these cards, would you? Now, Oracle cards have gotten bigger. And I've used these cards before to give messages. And they just have the picture on the one side, and then they have the message or affirmations and words. All right, now the cards are like bigger and pictures, really nice, beautiful image, with the message. So these are the earlier cards, right? These are her older ones. I think I have them in order of how they came out. Yeah. So thank you, angels, for correcting me with that. Tell me, like, no. Pay attention to how you're pulling them out. Have them on my shelf right here. Easy accessible so that, you need to grab them. They're right here. Because when I would put them in a drawer, get it. Oh, Colette Baron Reed. And yes, Alberto Vialdo. Yes, yes. I think I do. Hold on. Let me see. Archangel Power. I'd have to get up and really look through them. But I have a lot of Colette Baron Reeds too. I may have them. Anyway, I have them organized. So, the Mystical Shaman Oracle. You know what? I probably don't have that one. because it doesn't sound familiar. So if I'm having to look, then no, I don't have that one yet. So I'll have to get that one. Thank you. Thank you. So the mystical shaman one. Yes. Thanks, Robin. Thank you. Robin and Julia, thank you so much, ladies, for yay, for typing in all that information. All right. Well, thank you all so much. It's been great sitting in Sacred Circle again. And just the loving, the giving, the receiving. It's just been, there's no words. Really, we are all, remember, I know I've said this before, but we are a sound, right? We are so much more than words, and sound really carries. It's so much more vibrationally. It's so much more high vibrational. The sound is, okay? I know I've talked about it before about how words or names aren't identified in upper vibrations, that we're a note, a specific sacred sound. And all of our sacred heartbeat notes and sounds are part of the universal song or heartbeat. Isn't the universal heartbeat a song? All right. On that note, thank you all so much for participating in this sacred circle with me and with each and every one of us. I am grateful for you all. And until next Sunday, same place, same time. All right, Teresa, hopefully you will get notifications now. Many blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.